could absolutely milk you.
Oh my God. Welcome everyone to another episode of the Mod Squad Movie Talk Monday. I'm your host Harley, as always joined by the wonderful Felix.
What's up?
And also the fabulous Brandon.
Hoy there.
Okay, let's start our show off with our sponsors. Guys, check out Skullectomy by Jolt 7 Studios and also Straka Art. Scan those QR codes and let them know the Mod Squad sent you. They both have deals running right now, too. Also, we have shirts and beanies, so go to our community, the official Mod Squad community, and let us know what you want. Okay, let's go into our trailers.
Roll that beautiful bean foot.
Okay, our first trailer tonight is for Felix. Here you go, Felix.
Here you go.
Just for me, huh?
I'm looking for him. I'm gonna head north.
You don't want to go north, not now.
My wife is my choice. My daughter is my choice. My life is my choice. It's been so long.
Your phone, you know what it says? The Japanese? Believe a little bit longer.
Thank you, Grimes.
Why?
You showed me I can't get away.
This is the most powerful military on the planet.
I'm just gonna ask you a question, Grimes. Look in your eyes. Why are you here? Do you want to kill? Or do you want to die?
Look in my eyes, sir. You tell me.
Shaky Dicky Butte out Grimes. That title's fire, isn't it?
We can make this whole damn world ours if we want to.
I might have to actually watch that because I actually liked Michonne. Michonne was one of my favorite characters on the show.
So being so far removed, the both of you, did that trailer do anything for you?
It got me interested in it again.
Yeah. It looked cool, but I'm so far behind. When you get to a point where you're so far behind, you feel like it's more work to try and catch up. And I feel like that's
Dude,
where
though,
I'm at.
see, where you're at right now is perfect, though, because you did see it until he was off the show.
Yeah.
This is literally the next step. You don't need to watch none of the rest as of
I don't
right
need to
now
watch anything
for
else.
this show. For this show.
I don't know. I feel like there's stuff in there that I don't know who some of these people are, and I'm gonna be really freaking lost if I try and jump in now. I need to just catch up. That's what I need to do. I need to just
Okay.
catch up.
Well, I when I first saw that trailer, I saw it like 3 times in a row, and I got chills every single time. I can't wait for this show, man. I'm like beyond excited.
Coming soon. On January 19th, we have...
She's all pissed off.
No,
Her
I'm
being
not.
like, go ahead.
On January 19th, we have ISS. Science fiction movie.
Yeah, it's about International Space Station. They showed a trailer today before Beekeeper. It actually looks pretty cool.
Is that the one where we're going to war and they have to fight for the Oh, I heard about that movie.
War
All right.
breaks out
Yeah.
down on Earth,
Down here.
and the Americans and the Russian teams up on the ISS. They're both like given directions by their governments to take control of the space station.
What is that control exactly? This is my ignorance. I know it's like where they go and they gas up and they do shit, and there's always that
Yeah,
one dude speaking Russian and shit, go flying back and forth, trying to help them
yeah.
at the last minute in every
It's
movie.
where
But
it's
what is it
where
exactly like for real life?
it's basically it's where they go when like there's an asteroid headed for Earth and they need to like basically go there.
You
Bruce
get
Willis
Bruce Willis,
and
Owen Wilson, and yeah,
yeah, they all need to like kind of basically
drill
gas
the
up
hole.
and then go to the asteroid. So um, yeah,
Okay,
that's where Ben Affleck goes on the weekends.
dude, check it out. When Ben Affleck told him, "I love you," like you felt it. I got chills for the first time I saw that. I'm like, he loves this man. All right.
She's not amused. She's
We
tired of our
also
shit.
have we also have Founders Day, which brings me to you, Cult Killer and Sunrise. So what are you guys looking forward to this week?
So Founders Day brought you to us or made us think of you or you think of us? I don't understand.
No, they're two separate movies. It's called Founders Day,
Yeah,
and
Founders
which
Day is
brings
like
me
a
to you.
It's a
another
It's
horror
a
movie, no?
comedy
like
horror movie.
holiday themed or not
It's the
holiday but yeah like a
Thanksgiving one.
themed
No, the
horror.
Founders Day one.
Yeah, it's another themed horror slasher
I
movie.
would say that one. That one's up my alley. But you know what? No, the
Yeah, I
ISSU
heard
or
it's pretty
whatever.
bad
I
but I
was.
want to check it out still.
Didn't we show the trailer for Founders Day on the horror show?
And we
If you
might have.
picked it, probably yeah.
I didn't pick it.
I think we might have.
Okay, so let's move on to from the Hollywood Reporter. Tom Cruise sets up shop at Warner Brothers with new movie partnership. Also, comicbook.com. Top Gun 3 reportedly in development with Tom Cruise returning. I
That kind
think
of
Tom
surprised me.
Cruise is overrated.
Oh,
Did you see Maverick though?
I
Tom
think
Cruise is overrated.
the majority of his movies are kick ass. So I wouldn't say he's overrated because there's definitely more of his movies that I've liked than disliked,
You
for
know what?
sure.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I feel like the Mission Impossible movies, they've kind of stretched those out a little bit. I haven't seen the newest one. I've heard it's pretty good, but I haven't watched it. I kind of lost
Same.
track of what the hell's going on in each one of them. Uh,
What's good in those though?
and
They
then,
are self-contained,
yeah. And
except the
then
last one. But
the Mummy kind of sucked. Uh, I don't necessarily think it was Tom Cruise's fault that the movie sucked.
No, it was
The
Tom
writing
Cruise's fault.
was freaking terrible. Like he was poorly cast. He shouldn't have been
yeah,
cast in that movie, for sure.
I agree.
He did not fit in that world at all. I don't know what the hell they were thinking. They were just looking for the star power, and it didn't work for that one. Maverick kicked ass though, for sure. So I'll be watching this one. I hope it's half as good as Maverick. Maverick was awesome.
Yeah, they were saying with his new deal that they think Maverick or Top Gun 3 is going to pump out a little bit quicker than what we're
Mm.
expecting. It's probably going to be right after Mission Impossible 8 because
Yeah,
I
they're
think
not
the
going to wait
deal,
like 30
yeah,
years like they did with Maverick.
and on top of that, it's not Warner Brothers, so he just signed that contract with Warner Brothers. But I think that's going to be more of a first look type deal thing and his ideas.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's going to want to hang it up soon. And he sees
You
his
think so?
future, but he wants to stay
Mm.
in doing this. So that's why he signed the deal with Warner Brothers. Even though he's supposed to star,
Yeah,
this dude's
I
pushing
think
70
I
though. No, by
yeah,
now
but
he
I
can
don't.
be being on planes and shit like
Tom
because he does
Cruise
his own
loves
shit.
himself. Tom Cruise loves himself way too much to be hanging up his hat. There's no freaking way.
You
That
think
guy
so?
loves acting. He loves doing his own stunts. He loves He
I mean,
loves
looking at
acting is
himself.
making he loves
one
making insurance
thing.
companies piss their pants and by hanging off the side of planes and
Buildings
free
and
jumping and shit. Now I don't see him retiring anytime soon.
because isn't he also making like a space station movie too or something? And he's supposed to be gonna film it up there.
Yeah, probably.
Supposedly.
He'll probably jump from space and with no suit. He'll just hold his breath and exhale slowly as he falls to Earth. Yeah. It'll be lower orbit, not like outer space. It'll be more inner space.
But yeah, I wasn't thinking highly of Maverick, and I walked out of there chills, little choked up. It was a good
Yeah.
movie. And Miles Teller and that Powell guy are coming back too. So,
Mm. I just want a cocktail too. I just need more Elizabeth Shue in my life. That's all I need.
did you try as a kid to throw drinks around in your kitchen and break all kinds of glasses, or was that just me?
Yeah, I'm the friggin' nerd tender. Of course I did. I still try and do. I'm still not very good at it.
Throw it behind your back and
But
shit.
now, yeah, alcohol's too expensive now.
I was just
And then I
gonna
found out they actually train with like water in those bottles and not actual alcohol. So I wish I'd have
I
known
was
that.
just gonna throw out a dare at you, man, and your next one do a cocktail style, but that's
It's
cool.
been a while since I've done a video. Anyways,
Like throw it behind your back, but we can edit it where it's just like a
where I actually
water,
catch it.
and then you can catch it, and it'll go back to the bottle. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it.
Okay, moving on. From Deadline, Gerard Butler reprises How to Train the Dragon role in Universal live action remakes. Adds Nick Foster as Viking character Goober the Belch.
Gobber.
Okay, Gobber the Belch.
Who's a
Nick
goober?
Frost. Nick Frost is coming back as Gobber the Belch and Gerard Butler. I think I've how many of these movies are there now? The animated
Three.
ones.
3.
I've only
Yes,
seen the first one.
I only saw the first one. I might have seen the second one.
I've watched
Um,
them all. I like How to Train Your Dragon.
I like Gerard Butler, so that's cool. I like him in just about anything he does, and Nick
Same.
Frost. So it's cool that I think it's cool that they're bringing the live or the voice actors in for the live action role. That's a cool way to do it. If they're gonna make a live action movie, which they love doing, so
See, I've got 3 boys, and 2 of them are huge into like dinosaurs and dragons, and they were young when these movies came out. So we watched
yeah,
these movies nonstop because the dragons.
yeah. My
And
son loved the first one especially. I remember watching it quite a bit. I just don't think I ever saw the
Yeah, I
last.
remember taking my kids to the first one at the theaters, and I remember liking it. It wasn't bad, but
Yeah.
they were just at that age where they didn't want asked to see the other ones, so we didn't. I'm assuming they have by now, but I haven't.
okay.
But Gerard Butler, yeah, like Brandon was saying, I mean, you never get enough. After 300, that was it. You can't do no wrong.
I
Even his chick
actually,
flicks are pretty good.
yeah, I really liked 300 and, well, Gerard Butler in general. So, from comicbook.com, Young Sheldon spinoff reportedly in the works.
This is all
So
you.
this is supposed to be about his brother Georgie. Like, I love Young Sheldon and The Big Bang Theory, and they realized after The Big Bang Theory ended that they were losing money from it because The Big Bang Theory brought in that whole universe, brought in big bucks. And according to the article, that they lost a lot when they ended it. So that's when they came out with Young Sheldon, and Young Sheldon is slowly ending. So now they're coming out with another spinoff of it about his
Yeah,
brother.
gotta keep milking that cow. Absolutely. I never finished The Big Bang Theory. I only watched the first few seasons, like on a deployment, and I've never watched Young Sheldon. So
I've watched every season of Big Bang Theory and every season of Young Sheldon.
Brandon, I have nipples. Can you milk me?
I could absolutely milk you. Do I want
Did he
to?
just like
No, but I could.
Oh my God. Okay.
It's so funny. My daughter just texted me and said, "Hey, have you ever seen the
meet the
Fockers?" And I
fuckers?
was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Of course I have. What are you talking about?" She said she just started watching Meet the Parents and Meet the Fockers and all those movies.
Is there three of them or two?
There's
There's
three.
three of them. Yeah.
And then it's like in
Meet the
Meet the
different.
Parents.
Fockers, Meet the Parents,
No, Meet
and
the Parents is the first one. It's Meet the
yeah,
Parents, Meet the Fockers, and then
and Little Fockers.
Little Fockers. Yeah.
Yeah.
The first one, Meet the Fockers, was fucking
Yeah.
just brilliant.
Asshole!
Brilliant. Loved Ben Stiller in that one.
I like Ben Stiller. He's hilarious, anyways. It's funny. I could watch Ben Stiller, but when it with Will Ferrell, I hate Will Ferrell. I don't hate
Speaking
him.
of
I just
which, I was thinking about this when we're talking
That's a
about Tom Cruise. Did you have you seen that little like snippet where it's Tom Cruise and Ben Stiller as Tom Cruise and they're both Tom Cruise is laughing
oh
and Ben
yes, yeah,
Stiller's doing
laughing,
it just like him.
doing
Yeah.
yeah, Ben Stiller doing Tom Cruise's laugh, yeah, and they're laughing back. Oh my
And then
god,
they
that's
both
so
like do
funny.
the hand thing and the
Yeah,
mannerisms and everything.
yeah. You know,
Dodgeball 2.
Harley.
Last thing, go ahead. Last
No,
thing I'm
you
gonna say
go
about
ahead.
Ben Stiller is Dodgeball 2. That's it. We need it.
I was gonna say, Will Ferrell is a guy's comedian. He is funny to dudes primarily. I think I couldn't tell you how many women I've met or know of that just don't find him funny at all. But every guy fucking loves Will Ferrell. Every guy in his mid late 30s, early 40s, fucking grew up watching Will Ferrell and loves Will Ferrell. So it doesn't surprise me that you say that you don't like Will Ferrell because he's definitely a guy's comedian. I was just talking to a
okay.
couple of my buddies about this yesterday. Both of their wives, all of our wives, can't stand Will Ferrell. It's
Well,
funny.
Freddie from the Bracket Bastards hates Will. He doesn't hate. He just strongly dislikes Will Ferrell too.
I'm not saying every guy. I'm just saying it's
Most.
definitely there's definitely a distinction there between guys liking Will Ferrell and girls liking Will Ferrell.
Okay, let's go on.
Watching Cops about an hour ago.
From comicbook.com, Michael Jackson biopic from
Antoine
Antoine
Fuqua.
Fuqua. Is it
Antoine
Fuqua or
Fuqua.
Fuqua? I thought it was
Uh,
Fuqua,
Fuqua?
right?
Yeah.
Antoine Fuqua. Sorry, go ahead.
Okay, from comicbook.com, Michael Jackson biopics from Antoine Fuqua begins production.
Fuqua!
So, according to what is said, Michael Jackson's nephew is supposed to be playing Michael Jackson in this biopic.
So it's not spanning his life. It's
It's
focused
about
on
his
like a
no,
certain period in his
it's
life.
about his life and
Because they would
his
have to get like
nephew.
5 different people to play him
Yeah.
if they were
Well,
going to cover
it
his
just said
entire
that
life.
his nephew was going to be in the movie playing part of him,
Gotcha. Okay.
which is awesome. The fact that they're going to have a Jackson doing it. So,
Sure.
I think it's pretty cool that when the family takes part in it.
and this has been a long time coming because it's Michael Jackson, and he was iconic.
He's the king of pop.
I'm waiting for my Prince one.
See, that I would definitely watch.
From CBR, Deadpool 3 trailer releases date reportedly revealed.
Yeah, they're saying Super Bowl. Super Bowl
Super
will be
Bowl
getting our
baby.
first peek at Deadpool 3. I'm sure it'll probably, because this doesn't come out until summertime, so it'll probably be, a little teaser
A
trailer.
sneak peek.
But man, the way Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman both have promoted this movie since it was first announced, like 3 years ago or whatever,
Yeah.
they've done a brilliant job. And Ryan Reynolds, especially in general, since the first Deadpool movie, he's such a good promoter for these movies.
Yeah, he is.
I can't wait to see what they're gonna do during the Super Bowl.
I think it's going to be exciting waiting for the movie to come up because they're going to be out there, doing their shenanigans back and forth and
Oh
everything.
man,
This
I can't
movie is
wait for
going to
this
hit a
movie.
billion
This
dollars,
is
man. Like the
this is
first
gonna
weekend,
be
maybe.
huge. Yeah, this is probably the one I'm looking forward to the most.
And I feel it even though we're thinking about all of the cameos, everything that they're going to do, but I really think it's going to also further the MCU storyline.
That's what I want to
It's
see.
gonna do that, and it's gonna kill the
Yeah,
stagnicity, if that's a word that we're in right now.
stagnation.
So it's gonna do a lot. But go ahead.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I've been wanting the MCU to finally feel like it's moving forward, and it hasn't done that in a while. We just started watching. I actually got that feeling from the new season of What If. I don't know if you guys have watched it, the animated
No,
series, but it's so fun. It's contained, but it's still a part of the multiverse saga that they're working on, and I feel like they are hinting at some of these
are they
characters that we're going to be seeing a lot more of in live action in the MCU. Uh, Captain Carter is like the main character in this new season of What If. They introduced uh, the new superhero, the Native American superhero Cohorty. She's freaking awesome. I can't wait to see more of her. Um, they've definitely, I feel like they were hinting at or trying to gauge interest in some of these characters some more with What If. And then we just started watching Echo. We watched the first episode of Echo last
well,
night,
probably
and it was bitchin'. It's really
is
good,
it?
way better
I
than
was hoping
I
so.
was. I didn't see the point in it. Like, we've talked about this before too. When they first announced it, I was like, who the hell asked for an Echo series? And they tied it into Daredevil, and it was tied. It's a spinoff of Hawkeye. They tied it into. They gave it its place in the MCU. I think, even though
Really,
it's a the Marvel Spotlight series, so it's its own thing, but it's got a place, and I'm looking forward to watching some more of it for sure.
bringing that up, did you see that Kevin Feige finally made the Netflix
Yeah, the Netflix
Marvel
series
into
are canon.
canon?
Yeah,
That's what's up.
which it makes sense because it was originally supposed to be canon, right? It referenced the Battle of New York and everything in the Daredevil series, and it kind of did its own thing as the shows went on. By the time they got to Defenders and then the season twos that they did, but it
They
was
were
originally
supposed
it was supposed to be canon. It was just it's kind of its own thing.
They were even
Um,
going to make a cameo at the end of Endgame in the lineup.
yeah,
They were supposed to
yeah.
be there in the early
I
drafts.
think we're going to start seeing them more. I think they're finally starting to reshape their plan for the MCU moving forward, and I think we're going to see more of the Defenders pop up. They're going to start bringing back
What
some of
about
those
Agents
legacy
of Shield?
characters.
Wasn't Agents of Shield kind of start doing their own thing towards the end? Because I know in the beginning,
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, they
even
did.
like the
So
second
that I
season
think it's
tied in
part of
with Age of Ultron, but and then they like did their own
yeah.
thing after that.
They did do their own thing. After a while, it wasn't really canon anymore, and they even said that it's not really canon anymore. Especially when I feel like some of the plot lines in it kind of failed, like with um, the what's it? What
Ghost
is it? I'm
Rider,
trying to think of. Drawing a blank.
the main girl,
No, what are they called? Not the mutants. They're
Inhumans. Wait, no,
Inhumans. There we go. Thank you. They tried doing like an Inhumans plot storyline in that, and I feel like that might have confused a lot of people. But I think that's going to be. I mean, their answer to all of this is just going to be the multiverse.
yeah.
It's a different universe. It's a different So I think we're going to start seeing a lot more legacy characters, actors come back from previous shows and movies pop up in this multiverse saga that they're working on.
It's pretty cool.
Okay, moving on. Blast from the past. Okay, this week I chose Coneheads.
Oh, I love Coneheads.
Didn't they have a funny laugh, or is it just me?
Yes, they did.
Yeah, Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah.
Coneheads is a 1993 American science fiction comedy film from Paramount Pictures, produced by
Lauren.
um,
Lauren.
Lauren Michaels, starring Dan Aykroyd, Jane Curtin, and Michelle Baruch.
Burke.
Whatever.
Hmm.
Guys, this movie is hilarious. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. I remember watching it in the drive-in theater with my grandparents when we were little, and it was so funny, like just their laugh and how they come to the earth, and
Hmm.
she has the baby, and like when her water breaks, it just goes whoosh.
Everywhere. Yeah. the this movie, I loved this movie when I was a kid. I was a huge Saturday Night Live fan when I was really little. So I'm just old enough to remember seeing Coneheads on TV, and then when with Chris Farley is in this, Michelle Burke, the girl that plays their daughter. I always thought she was super hot. She's actually in Dazed and Confused. Also, she was hot. But this was one of my favorite movies when I was a kid. I loved this movie.
Yeah, I remember really, really liking it as a kid too. I think there was a period of like a summer where I just watched it over and over and over again.
Yeah.
But yeah, I haven't seen it since though, so I don't know if it holds up. It probably does, but I remember liking it back then.
It brings back so many memories, and I really like it. Like, it makes me want to sit
Mm-hmm.
down with my kids and make them watch it.
Do it.
Yeah. That's a great one
Okay.
to revisit with your kids for sure.
Okay, we are moving on to our second trailer. It is called Mother's Instincts.
Ever see a lassie, a lassie, a lassie? Did you ever see a lassie go this way and that?
Theo? Theo!
When Theo was born, I couldn't even hold him. Okay, I was afraid I was gonna drop him. I'm a terrible mother.
You're a wonderful mother. And a wonderful friend.
I just want you to be happy too.
Max? Max, get down. It's not safe. Max! Celine!
Did you ever see a lassie go this way?
Theo?
It's crazy.
Max is gone.
It wasn't easy bringing you into this world. Now you've left it too soon.
Go this way.
You need to separate the grief from the guilt.
What guilt, Alice?
Something's broken inside of me, and I need you.
I saw the look in her eyes. She thinks that I should have saved her son.
Is that coming from her or you?
You think I'm imagining things?
We're not going down this path again.
You're right. God knows I can get carried away sometimes.
Can Theo come over for a little bit?
It's amazing how quickly you forgot my son.
Our son. It helps me to spend time with Theo, but it helps him too.
Do you miss him?
Celine's my friend.
Get off the balcony!
Alice, what's wrong? Did you put Theo on that balcony to test me?
Do you think I'm capable of that?
She wants us to pay for Max.
You're just accusing me of being some kind of monster.
You're losing touch with reality.
Leave my family alone!
I'm not imagining things.
Have to give it to you, Harley.
If it wasn't for the 2 Academy Award winners, that really feels like a Lifetime movie, like plot and title. Mother's Instinct. But it's got Jessica Chastain and Anne Hathaway, so it looks pretty good though.
Yeah, I'll give you that. The concept's like it's like we've seen
Kinda
before in a
twisted.
bunch of different movies, but yeah, like Brennan said, especially with the actresses and such.
Okay.
I want to see it now.
#1 movie in America. Okay, so this movie is now 10 years old.
Mama.
Oh, Jessica Chastain, too. That was a good one until the very end.
I forgot how
This
that ended, but I remember
this
liking it.
one is 20 years old. This one was #1 until like March.
I remember it being a big thing back then. Didn't feel
I
it. I
think
don't
I
know.
watched it probably 20 years ago, and that was the last time.
Okay, this one is 30 years old, once again, #1.
No, I
And
haven't. No, I haven't. Not yet.
of
I
course
will.
not.
But you've seen Kangaroo Jack. What the f?
Yeah, how can you not see Aladdin but see
You know
Kangaroo
what?
Jack?
Dot and the
Seriously.
Kangaroo. You ever see Dot and the Kangaroo?
No.
I used to love that cartoon. And at the very end, the it always scared the shit out of me, honestly, because I'd never seen a kangaroo in real life before. But at the end of that cartoon, they separate. Dot goes one way, kangaroos just running, and it just transitions from a cartoon, which it was a cartoon the whole time, into a real kangaroo jumping, and that always scared the shit out of me. But back to the cartoon itself, though. God, it just made me smile inside. I loved that cartoon as a kid.
Okay, and this movie is 40 years old.
Oh,
Dustin
yeah.
Hoffman.
Okay, so what are we watching this week? Brandon, you already kind of told us.
Yeah, I covered it a little bit. Yeah, I saw The Beekeeper today. Been watching The X-Files. I'm almost through season 3. And, yeah, that's about it.
On my flight to Dallas, I watched the Barbie movie, okay?
Is that your
I
first time seeing
liked,
it?
yes, and I was going to turn it off halfway through and put something else on because of cast members that's in the movie. But I made it all the way through the end, even though cast members I don't like is in the movie. And it wasn't that bad.
Who do you not like?
Will Ferrell's in the movie.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Forgot. He is in that.
But I gave it a chance even though Will Ferrell was in it. And it wasn't that
Mhm.
bad.
Yeah, I don't know that I would want that to be the last movie I watched if my plane went down. I probably would have turned it off halfway.
I was so tempted to turn it off once I saw Will Ferrell was in it. And I'm like,
Oh, that's
no.
why? Just because of Will Ferrell? Not for any other reason?
Yes.
Oh.
But I mean, he didn't do too bad in it. It wasn't bad because there wasn't much of him in it, so it wasn't that bad. And there's another one he's in like that too. The Game Show Girl, or yeah, the Game Show Girl. It's on Netflix. It's pretty funny too.
Let's see. You like Will
Felix, what
You
have
know
you
what?
watched this week?
We started. It's on Netflix, and it's like. So it's Fool Me Once. It's top 10 show right now on Netflix. She's married into, or did marry into, a rich family, and her husband and her sister get murdered. But it's iffy if her husband was actually murdered and if it's all intertwined. Long story short, at first we were like, let's just watch it. But right away it caught us, and we're like maybe 3, 4 episodes in.
Hmm.
We need to watch the next episode of Reacher. I think it came out tonight. And I can't wait for the season finale next weekend on that one.
Sweet.
I've been watching the new season of Night Court, the new one.
I've yet to get into that. I used to love the
I did
originals,
too.
so
I did too. I
I don't
haven't
know
watched
why I
the
haven't
new
gotten
one.
in. Yeah, I don't know why I haven't gotten into it. Not that I've tried and not, but just I just haven't had the time.
Okay, guys. Well, that does it for this episode of Movie Talk Monday. Go check out all our other shows. You're watching the movie show. Check out the gamer show and the horror show. Also, check out Back to the Retro Review, the Daily Dank. And we go live every Saturday night with a giveaway. And go check out the Mod Squad community. That's where all the fun happens. For Felix, Brandon, myself, and the entire Mod Squad, see you next time, Puddin'.